Welcome back to Hugh Loving Life. I'm Michelle, and the question that you read is something like, why do troubles happen? And the very simple answer is because you're human. You are incarnated in a human body, so your soul is here to learn lessons. So of course you're going to have troubles, and they're going to always come. So that's one thing to get used to. There will always be some kind of trouble. Now that should not depress you. I'm not saying that to depress you. I'm going to point out ways in which you can handle them much more effectively. Everyone has problems, from little problems that then go away and are resolved to another little problem to a big problem. It's truly part of life. Some problems might be bigger than others, and I'm not being, laissez-faire about it. I truly get that. I've had my share, and yet let's find out what they're for on a deeper level. Okay, I'm not going to just read to you. I'm just going to, I will read to you, but it's only going to be a little bit with more discussion. Here we go. Why do troubles come? Can you explain why we have problems? All right, here we go. Very interesting. Troubles that come to us are for our purification. So we are to be purified. Our soul has been muddied up, mud thrown on us, okay? And we are here to purify it. They come to us because we must learn a divine law. Divine Spirit will use the most negative situations to teach us, and we wonder, why has God forsaken me? God has not forsaken us. We are unwilling to give up certain passions of the mind and take the next step in our spiritual development. Habits fall away once soul decides it really wants spiritual realization more than its vices. Okay, so that could be a vice of the mental making, okay, or it could be something you physically choose to engage in. But what is it? The spiritual life is not meant to finally end the succession of problems, for they are given as opportunities for soul's unfoldment. I'm going to read that again. The spiritual life is not meant to finally end the succession of problems, for they are given as opportunities for soul's unfoldment. Okay, so then you might think, well, then heck, I don't want to be spiritual. But guess what? You're going to have problems anyway. So if you don't embrace the spiritual path in any way and look at yourself, then you're going to have the problems, and they're only going to compound, and they're not going to get better. What the spiritual student does develop, however, is the inner link with the Ek, or Holy Spirit. Okay, so that's basically spirit, okay? For those of you who are not an Ekist, all right, that means spirit. And thus, he taps into the supreme creative force that guides him around all the blocks in his path that once defeated him. Okay, so the supreme creative force, okay, you can talk to God, talk to your higher power, talk to spirit guides, talk to masters, talk to angels. And I talked to the current living Ek master, the Mahant, who actually wrote this book. And you tap into that creative force guided by a supreme being, or a being of divinity, of higher love and light, who's higher up that ladder than you. And they can guide you. Like, they can hold on to that ladder rung and go, oh, I see this, I see that, watch out, right? Whereas you might be lower, so you can't see the whole thing. Okay. So it helps guide him around all the blocks in his path that once defeated him. So you have angelic, master, whatever you want to call it, help, showing you, don't go left, don't go left, don't do it. One's ability to take charge of his own life increases. Yeah, you're not totally like just sitting in the backseat of a car. No, there is action that you need to take. This is a solid step towards self-mastery and that state of consciousness called the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And that can be whilst you're alive in a human body, not when your soul leaves your body and goes to a different plane of existence called a heaven or dimension. It can be now. You can literally live in a heavenly state. So things that come up that were problems, okay, don't bother you as much. Like for me, for example, I have been through a lot of stuff. So My tolerance is like, it kind of like mostly not as, things are that other people get upset about are not as hard for me because of what I've gone through. See what I'm saying? Is that you strengthen your muscles. It's like working out. The more of a tough workout you've had, right, with the School of Hard Knocks, the stronger you'll be. So when those gale force winds come, you just hold on to a palm tree and bend with it. All right. Be kinder to yourself. I am going through some hard times and I feel so alone. I'm not sure I want to live here on earth. Oh my God, that's so sad. What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, honey. You're a special person who has a lot to give others, but you've got to learn to be kinder to yourself. Yes, you have to be kinder to yourself. No one will be. You're like literally the only person who will be. Trust me. Okay? You have to love you. I mean, maybe one day someone will love you and be kind to you, and that's great, but don't hold your breath. Just be the loving, kind person for yourself. Be the yin and the yang. Be the male and the female in one, and love yourself and give to yourself. Okay, there's no school that teaches that, of course, but you can strike an attitude of openness as to how that can come to be. If you have quiet conversations with yourself, ask the following. Here we go. This is what you need to ask yourself. How can I be kinder to myself? What comes to your mind? There's possibilities that are endless. Like you could get in a car, you could go on a mini vacay. You could go to the airport, fly somewhere fabulous. Okay, and if you can't do that, you could take yourself like in that car and you can go somewhere nice, find water. I always like water. Be kind to yourself, whatever it is for you. My kind, going to water might not be your thing, though I will say that I think it's everyone's thing because it's very relaxing and it is very full of love, that kind of being in nature vibe. So asking that question will open a door. Watch for people who live a life of kindness to themselves and others. For now, don't try to copy them, just watch. Yes, watch. You know what? Sometimes people will be haters on people like that. Like, why is she going to get her nails done? Why is she doing this or that? Why is she so happy? Whatever, because she is, boom. Okay? Just watch what those people are doing without judgment. That's what I'm adding to that. He did not say that. I'm saying that. Don't be judgy. Oh, well, she gets this, she gets this, she gets that, he gets to do that, he gets... No. If you can't be happy for someone else, you're not going to be happy for yourself inside. Believe me, a lot of people much older than you don't know what to do with their lives. True that, okay? But there are people who act with kindness. Watch for them and you'll find exactly the kind of life you're looking for. Like when I rescued all those plants from CVS, people were looking at me at first like I was insane. But as the saga unfolded, when they weren't watering the plants and I asked and someone wouldn't give me water to water the plants, so I had a standoff. So anyway, in the beginning, people were like, you know, oh, this is annoying. Then a crowd gathered. There were 20 people and they're like, water the plants. Water the plants. What? It was insane. You cannot make this stuff up. It could be in a movie. This is my life. But the point is, I was doing an act of kindness for the plants. At first, people did not care. They did not want to get involved. They just wanted to buy their stuff and get out, right? But then it became a movement of watering the plants. And it was because they stopped being judgy, you know? And they were being kind. They opened their heart to kindness. I actually have a video about it. I could try to link it here. It's pretty funny what happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, it's a point. A lot of people don't know what they're doing with their lives. Yes. Okay. But if you don't know and you're still yappiting and your monkey mind is going on and on, then you're never going to know because you can't shut up long enough to actually hear your thoughts. So, and I get that. I can be a bit brainiac. I read a lot of books and all that kind of thing, but I do absolutely intentionally take time every single day to chant the Hue for 20 minutes. And you guys can do it too. Just Hue. 20 minutes of that will actually change your vibe and it'll raise it to a better place and you'll be much more calm, and you'll be able to hear things better so that you can actually act in accordance with higher self. You will have to work for it. That's literally the next thing it said. We all pay our dues. Oh, I just love this path. It's so synchronistic. Yeah, so you have to work for it. You know, you have to work for it. There's nothing you can't just like hope it into existence or say, here, God, here's my order, or here, Jesus, or here, Muhammad, or here, whoever. Boom. No, you have to work for it. Do you think that Jesus, God, Muhammad, Krishna, Buddha, Prajapati, any of these beings, okay, are going to be like, your wish is my command? Are you kidding me? What are they, a genie? That's insulting. You're insulting the person that you're into. So what you have to do instead is say, what can I do? What can I do? How do I find my path? Even if troubles find me. And what is the purpose of this particular trouble? Because there's always a purpose. There's a lesson, always a lesson. There's always a lesson. It can make you lose one of the 5 passions. Anger, right? Because I, at first, was angry as anything at that CVS store. And then I was like, I just started crying. And I think that that's when a bunch of people there felt like, oh, she's really into these plants. And the guy that was me was, why do you care about? They're just plants. Okay. So I was initially angry, but it gave me an opportunity to breathe in, breathe out. I think I did box breathing while I was standing there, like the Marines or someone like that does. And then I let my anger go, but it turned into sadness because underneath the anger was frustration and sorrow that people just didn't care. That they would harm this one guy, at least. He didn't care. The other people cared. We got those plants watered. And actually, they gave them all to me. I got them all for a penny each. No, was it 10 cents? Whatever. I got to take them all home, rehabilitate them, and then give them to lots of people. So it felt really good. So anger. Okay, so then there's lust. So is that your thing? And then there's greed. And if you have that, you might want to mitigate greed and start being generous. Vanity. Are you constantly worried about your appearance, being vain about how you look, and that, you know, whatever. It's like, you know what? This is a temporary body. If you want to put that much effort into it, I'm not saying don't feel good about how you look. Not saying that at all. You know, eat healthy, work out. You know, if you like wearing makeup, wear makeup. If you, whatever, take care of yourself. You know, wear nice, clean clothes. I don't know what to say other than that. Shower, smell good. But if you're obsessed with your body, guess what, people? You ain't going to have one. Okay, it's not going to last forever. Your soul is what you need to be cleaning, and that would be being cleaned up by getting rid of the anger, lust, greed, vanity, because the body doesn't go with you. What, we have it for another however many years? I'm in my early 50s, so I've got it for maybe, who knows, right? So I can do the best I can to live peacefully and happily in it, but I'm not going to be vain about it to an extreme, because that is one of the problems. And attachment. Now that's the hardest one, because we're attached to things. We're attached to beliefs. We're attached to things and people, most importantly. Now you can still stay lovingly detached, okay, but not be, you know, obsessively or intensely attached about, you know, money, for instance. Like, you know, so many people just, I have to have more money. You're going to have so much wealth. Okay, whatever. Okay. Yes. If you have enough to live comfortably and to not have to do a job that you hate, then you are wealthy. Boom. Got that one? If you have a job that you enjoy or a pastime, you don't even have to be making money for it if you can live without making money, then you are doing great. You don't need to be like, I have this car and that car, whatever. It's not going to go with you either, you guys. All right, so I'm sounding preachy, so I'd better stop right now because I don't even know who I am when I start doing these. I just go off. It just comes out. I'm so sorry if it's too much, but I get excited about it because I know it's helpful. So I at times sound a little judgy, and it's not judging of anyone but myself, because my past self made certain mistakes, and still my current self has other things to work on. So I was just like, I wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time feeling a certain way or thinking a certain way. But it's okay because we have eternity to get it right, because we're eternal beings having a temporary human experience. Temporary human experience, eternal. Think on that. Eternal. Means forever. It means that we're never, ever going to not have a life. It just might be in a different plane of existence. And check out my out-of-body experience thing, because you guys can do it too. Whoa, was that trippy? And no, I don't do drugs. And yes, I worked on it for 4 years and I was completely awake and it was awesome. And I should link that here too, because it'll just prove to yourself. Like once I had that, I stopped being afraid of stuff. I'm telling you. Once you have an out-of-body experience, it changes your perspective for life, I think. So start with the 20-minute Hugh chant every day, and you guys will be shocked at how your life shifts. And back to the topic, which was, having a moment here, why we have problems, okay? Why we have them, because we're supposed to have them so that we can get better and grow and get up that ladder, right? We don't want to be on the lowest rung of the ladder so we can't see anything except the trees and the squirrels. Okay, they're gorgeous, but we want to be at the top of the ladder so that we can see over the mountain, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. We can see everything, all right? Okay, I'm done for now. Don't forget that tomorrow, I'm so excited. It's going to be more animal card readings. I'm so excited about this because like it is such a fun thing for me to do. I just started it every Saturday, and then Celtic card readings on Mondays. And I might do, I'm going to do a Thursday one too. So I'm going to have Celtic card oracle readings on Mondays and Thursdays. That's so much fun for me. And on Saturdays, it's going to be animal card reads. So just one straight up animal tomorrow. And then Monday and Thursday, it'll be plants and animals. And it's all nature. There's nothing woo-woo or crazy or yucky or evil about it. You know, I used to think, because I was in 5 religions in this lifetime. When I was in my Christian phase, I was like, is it okay to do, to like read animal totem cards? And yes, at that time I was kind of brainwashed to think it wasn't, but now I understand. I am literally reading about the aspects of an animal or a plant. If you guys can tell me there's something wrong with that, write it below. I would love to hear it. But no, there's not. I'm just reading about the characteristics of animals or plants and adding things that come to me of a positive nature that might be useful in your life. All right. Okay, I'm going to go now. Lots of love, you guys. Thanks for being here. I love you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Like, subscribe if you do, and share if you feel like it. And that's about it. Okay, bye.